Have you ever noticed that as you age, your legs tire faster than they used to, or become less steady when climbing stairs? Maybe one morning you got out of bed and felt an unpleasant stiffness in your knees, or a slight weakness that you just wrote off as fatigue. But what if that's a signal that your legs are missing certain vitamins and minerals? After all, your legs aren't just the support that carries you through life. They're the foundation of your independence, your mobility, and your overall vitality. And especially as we grow older, our legs need extra support to remain strong and resilient. Today, we're going to talk about 6 key vitamins that can help maintain the health and strength of your legs, even in your golden years. Why is this important? Many people believe that everything is determined by genetics or the amount of exercise you get, but nutrition plays an equally crucial role, especially when it comes to your bones, muscles, and joints. Add to that the fact that as we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing certain vitamins and minerals, and you'll understand why it's so important to reassess your diet. You don't have to swallow a mountain of pills. Often, simply enriching your food and making a few tweaks to your eating habits can work wonders. And if you feel that your legs aren't as strong as they once were, don't lose hope. Sometimes, small changes in your diet and lifestyle can provide a powerful boost toward recovery and strength. Let's take a closer look at the 6 vitamins that help keep your legs healthy. Vitamin D, the helper for strong bones. Vitamin B12 ensures your muscles get enough oxygen. Vitamin C, your ally in collagen synthesis. Vitamin K protects your bones from wear. Magnesium, often called the vitamin for muscles, although technically a mineral, a universal regulator of muscle activity. And of course, vitamin E, the savior for circulation and tissue elasticity. Before we dive into each one, let's do a little reality check. Imagine a typical day. You wake up, head to the kitchen, brew your tea or coffee, maybe grab a quick sandwich. Then you start your day with household chores or head out for errands. Where in all this do you get your vitamins? Do you deliberately choose foods rich in B12, K, or magnesium? Most people don't, and that's perfectly normal. We're all used to a certain eating style that might not be perfectly balanced. Over time, however, a deficiency in these essential nutrients can add up, causing your legs to become weaker, your joints to ache, and minor injuries to take much longer to heal. So, what can you do about it? First, educate yourself, and then take a conscious look at your own diet. Let's start with the first superhero for strong legs, vitamin D. Vitamin D, the foundation for strong bones. As we know, your legs aren't just made of muscle, they also contain bones. And bones won't stay strong without proper mineral metabolism, in which vitamin D plays a key role. It helps your body absorb calcium and phosphorus, the main building blocks for your bones. Without sufficient vitamin D, you might consume plenty of calcium, but it will simply pass through your system instead of being deposited where it's needed. This leaves your leg bones more fragile, increases the risk of fractures, and can also lead to knee pain. Why is this particularly critical as we age? Over the years, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D in response to sunlight. Plus, many people avoid sun exposure by using high SPF creams, fearing harmful UV rays. While it's smart to avoid sunburns, in the end, you may end up with a chronic deficiency. Add to that a sedentary lifestyle when you spend little time outdoors, and the problem worsens. How can you replenish your vitamin D levels? First, try to get some sun, preferably early in the morning or later in the afternoon when the rays are less harsh. Even 15 to 20 minutes a day, with your arms and part of your face exposed and without heavy creams, can stimulate vitamin D production. Second, enrich your diet with foods like fatty fish, salmon, sardines, herring, egg yolks, and liver. And if that isn't enough, which is often the case, it's worth talking to your doctor about supplements. Some even recommend combining vitamin D with calcium, but remember to get the dosage right with a specialist based on your test results. Vitamin B12, essential for oxygen delivery to muscles and nerves. When it comes to the muscles in your legs, we often think only of protein and exercise. However, without enough vitamin B12, your endurance can suffer. This vitamin is crucial for the formation of red blood cells, which transport oxygen to your tissues. The better your muscles are oxygenated, the longer they can work without fatigue. A deficiency in B12 can lead to weak legs, increased tiredness, and even tingling or numbness in your extremities due to impaired nerve function. It's particularly easy to face a deficiency if you follow a plant-based diet or simply don't eat much meat. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing B12 through the digestive tract, and issues with stomach acidity, for example, due to certain medications, may also arise. What can you do? Increase your intake of animal-based foods: liver, lean meats, fish, eggs, and dairy products. Vegetarians and vegans are often advised to consider supplements or fortified cereals, but as always, it's best to check your B12 levels with a blood test before taking large doses blindly. Imagine this. A 75-year-old person notices that during a simple walk, their left leg starts to wobble, and after 15 minutes, a profound weakness sets in. After examination, it turns out their B12 levels are extremely low, leading to anemia and muscle weakness. After a couple of months of B12 therapy, a thoughtful adjustment in their diet, and some light exercise, they return to enjoying full walks without their previous complaints. This is a common scenario when the problem is caught and addressed in time. Vitamin C. Indispensable for collagen and tissue elasticity. Collagen is the protein responsible for the firmness and elasticity of your muscles, ligaments, and tendons. And for collagen synthesis, your body simply can't do without vitamin C. Many joint care products contain collagen or components that boost its production. However, if your body is lacking vitamin C, collagen won't be produced in sufficient amounts, and the tissues in your legs will become less elastic and more prone to minor injuries. As we age, our ligaments and tendons naturally lose some of their bounce, and a vitamin C deficiency only accelerates this process. Have you noticed fragile blood vessels? For example, bruises on your legs might appear even from a light bump. Vitamin C is essential not only for collagen in the joints, but also for maintaining the strength of blood vessel walls. If you don't get enough, your vessels become more fragile, which can lead to a range of minor problems, from slight swelling to more serious circulatory issues. Classic sources include citrus fruits, bell peppers, kiwi, strawberries, and rosehip. The catch is that vitamin C is easily destroyed by heat and prolonged storage, so fresh fruits and vegetables are key. If you can't include fresh produce every day, consider vitamin C supplements, but moderation is crucial as too much can cause kidney or digestive issues in some people. Vitamin K, bone protection and blood clotting. Vitamin K isn't often mentioned in relation to leg health, but it plays a huge role in bone health and blood clotting. As we age, the risk of osteopenia and osteoporosis increases, making bones porous and prone to fractures. Vitamin K helps deliver calcium to the bones. If calcium lingers in the bloodstream instead of being deposited in the bones, it can result in fragile bones and even lead to dangerous calcium deposits in the arteries, which can cause atherosclerosis. What's another secret? Vitamin K2, one of the forms of vitamin K, works with proteins that help your body properly use calcium for bone building rather than clogging your arteries. If you care about your leg health, vitamin K2 should definitely be on your radar. It's found in fermented foods like natto in Japanese cuisine, and in smaller amounts in cottage cheese, aged cheeses, and other dairy products. For instance, imagine a retired woman named Anna who is at high risk for fractures. Her doctors noted that her bone density was decreasing. Anna immediately focused on calcium, but wasn't aware of the importance of vitamin K. After consulting a specialist, she enriched her diet with more fermented foods and began taking combined supplements, D3 plus K2. A year later, tests showed that her bone density loss had slowed, and she felt that her legs were steadier when walking. Magnesium, the regulator of muscle contractions and relaxation. Although magnesium isn't technically a vitamin, it's often grouped with them because magnesium deficiency is as common as any vitamin deficiency. Magnesium is involved in over 300 bodily reactions, including regulating muscle contractions and relaxation. When magnesium levels are low, you might experience leg cramps at night, overall weakness, or even muscle tremors. Many elderly people complain about cramping in the calves early in the morning, and one of the reasons is a low magnesium level. Magnesium also helps stabilize your heart rhythm and blood pressure. With adequate magnesium, the muscles in your legs receive better blood flow, reducing the risk of significant swelling and delaying fatigue during walking. Where can you find it? In nuts, almonds, cashews, legumes, green leafy vegetables, spinach, and whole grains. If your diet is low in these foods, you might consider magnesium supplements, but be careful not to overdo it, as excessive magnesium can have a laxative effect and cause other issues. Consider the story of Vladimir, 70, who often complained of stone-like calves at night, waking up from severe cramps. After consultations and tests, it was discovered that his magnesium level was significantly below normal. Vladimir started taking magnesium in the form of citrate, which is gentler on the stomach, and adjusted his diet by eating more green peas, beans, and whole grain bread. The result? His cramps became much less frequent, and he even felt that his legs were lighter after a long walk. Vitamin E, a booster for circulation and tissue protection. Vitamin E is often associated with skincare, but did you know it's also crucial for strong and healthy legs? Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that improves blood circulation and protects cells from oxidative stress. As we age, the blood vessels in our legs can lose elasticity and become less efficient at transporting blood. When circulation is compromised, your muscles and joints receive fewer nutrients, leading to that heavy leg feeling, rapid fatigue, and even an increased risk of varicose veins. Vitamin E helps keep your blood vessel walls flexible, reducing the likelihood of clots and improving overall blood flow. Additionally, thanks to its antioxidant properties, it protects your tissues from premature aging. Given that vitamin E is sometimes called the youth vitamin, it's clear why it deserves your attention. To boost your levels, include foods like nuts, almonds, hazelnuts, sunflower seeds, avocado, and olive oil in your diet. And if you're taking supplements, monitor your dosage closely. A surplus can affect blood clotting, so balance is key. Putting it all together, keeping your legs strong. Now that we've discussed 6 essential vitamins and minerals, D, B12, C, K, magnesium, and E, it's natural to ask, how do I combine them in real life without turning myself into a walking pharmacy? The answer is simple. A balanced diet is usually sufficient. Make it a habit to eat a varied diet. Ensure your daily meals include vegetables, fruits, nuts, whole grains, and quality proteins. Meat isn't the only option. Fish and legumes work well too. Include healthy fats. Avocado, olive oil, and fish oil help with the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins D, E, K. Stay hydrated. Your leg muscles and blood vessels function better when you drink enough water. Get periodic tests. Age is no reason to assume everything is fine. Get your levels of vitamin D, B12, and magnesium checked regularly. Your doctor might recommend supplements at reasonable doses if needed. Combine nutrition with physical activity. Even moderate exercise like walking, light stretching, or gentle gymnastics enhances the effect of proper nutrition, as it improves blood circulation and ensures vitamins reach your muscles and bones more effectively. And remember, no supplement can replace a healthy lifestyle. Maintain a healthy weight to reduce the load on your legs. Avoid excessive stress, which negatively affects vitamin absorption, and pay attention to your sleep, during which your body actively repairs tissues, including muscles and bones. A brief summary. Vitamin D keeps your bones strong and aids calcium absorption. Sources: sun, fish, egg yolks. Vitamin B12 supports muscle and nerve health and boosts red blood cell production. Sources: meat, liver, fish, dairy. Vitamin C involved in collagen synthesis and supports blood vessels and ligaments. Sources: citrus fruits, kiwi, bell peppers, berries. Vitamin K directs calcium into the bones rather than the arteries. Sources: green leafy vegetables, fermented foods. Magnesium, essential for muscle contractions and relaxation, and helps maintain a normal heart rhythm. Sources: nuts, legumes, whole grains. Vitamin E supports circulation and protects against oxidative stress. Sources: nuts, seeds, vegetable oils. A comprehensive approach to nutrition can provide your legs with everything they need. Don't think of it as having to take 1,000 pills. Often, you can assemble the vitamin puzzle through a well-rounded daily diet with a few adjustments. And if you're facing difficulties or serious deficiencies as shown by your tests, then supplements under a doctor's supervision can help restore the balance. Why is this particularly important in older age? Our legs are what give us independence. The ability to walk on your own, climb stairs, and get up from a chair without struggle means continuing to live life to the fullest. Meeting friends, enjoying nature, even traveling. When your legs are strong, you're less afraid of falls, fractures, and joint pain. This not only preserves physical health, but also helps maintain emotional balance. Because nothing is more disheartening than constant physical pain or having to rely on others for everyday tasks. A motivating example: Imagine Alexander Shaptazit. Over the past year, he noticed his legs had become weaker. He took longer to recover after his usual morning run, and in the evenings, he experienced cramps in his calves. Recognizing the problem, he visited his doctor and underwent several tests. It turned out he was deficient in vitamin D and magnesium. Alexander decided to take a comprehensive approach. He added fatty fish and nuts to his diet, spent more time in the sun, and started taking vitamin D3 and magnesium as prescribed. He also began swimming once a week. Within 2 months, he noticed that his cramps became less frequent and his overall well-being improved. His walks in the park became less tiring, much to the delight of his family, who noticed how active and cheerful he had become. Conclusion and call to action. In summary, strong legs, even in advanced age, are not a myth. Yes, age-related changes are inevitable, but we can help our bodies remain the best version of themselves. The right vitamins D, B12, C, K, magnesium, E, balanced nutrition, smart dietary habits, and moderate physical activity combined can help you avoid issues associated with weak muscles, brittle bones, and joint pain. So don't put it off any longer. Take the first step today. Look at your plate. Is there enough protein, vitamin C, and B12? Are you getting the healthy fats you need to absorb those fat-soluble vitamins? Ask yourself, when was the last time I got some sun? Perhaps it's time for a short daily walk. And of course, consult your doctor about whether you need additional support in the form of supplements. That's all for now. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Your feedback and experiences are invaluable. What foods or practices have helped you strengthen your legs? Thank you for joining us. And remember, every new morning is a chance to take a step towards stronger health, quite literally. Stay active, take care, and see you in the next video.